Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dr. Sean J. Harris here with Generational Wealth Academy. Great evening to everybody. Hey, listen, I titled this talk, Getting It Out of the Mud. You know, many times I hear and see people, particularly in this generation, always talk about how I got it out of the mud. I came from this big struggle. But one thing about success is you don't have to necessarily have this such huge struggle to survive or to succeed. And I think many times, particularly in the hip hop industry and the younger generation, many times people feel that it's like a badge of honor to be able to say, I had this big struggle. I came from this, I came from that. But one of the key things we had to focus on is understanding that when we pass on success or legacy or wealth to the next generation, I don't want my kids getting it out of the mud. We built successful businesses and we expect to be able to hand that baton over with a little bit more ease than what we had it. Just as I had it a little bit better than my parents had it. So the goal is each generation we should want to position ourselves to where the next generation can take the mantle with somewhat of ease. Because that's not the goal of generational wealth, is to go from struggle to struggle to struggle. That's just going to keep us growing at a linear rate as opposed to exponentially. So it made me wonder, it's like I hear a lot of entertainers where it's like they like to tell this struggle or create this false facade of a lifestyle that they had, whether it was hardcore in the streets or whatever. Listen, man, I didn't come from all that. My parents was married 53 years to each other. I have an older brother, younger sister. We're a good middle class family. I don't come from all that, okay? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I think sometimes people feel that their worth isn't as valuable if they don't have this struggle story that comes with it. So, you know, I was listening to a podcast interview earlier today with Percy Miller, and you know him as Master P. They were talking about how, you know, Master P has his brand now where he has a food company. He also linked up with Brodus Foods, which is Snoop Dogg, and they have breakfast cereal, waffles, all kind of different food and everything. How you doing, Felicia? Hey, Andy. So the thing with that is, in the industry, a lot of people see him coming from the hip hop industry and say, hey, well, look, you know, you may not know too much about business, but he quickly made mention that his first company was a storefront record store. And that's actually where No Limit Records came from. It was actually a physical store when he was 19, and he manifested that before he became big as we know him as Master P. So now businesses see him differently because they understand that he comes from a point of understanding business. And here's one of the things that really appealed to me in that interview. He was talking about his breakfast food. One, it appealed to me that he focuses primarily the collaboration he has with Snoop Dogg. He is doing strictly breakfast food. So he's not scattered all over the place. He has a niche for breakfast food. Now, I took that and said, you know what? When you pour a bowl of cereal, you think about Snoop Dogg or you think about Master P, that puts them, TOMA, which is top of mind awareness. So at the beginning of the day, I'm thinking about Snoop. At the beginning of the day, I'm thinking about Master P. On the way to work, maybe I should listen to one of their songs on the way to work. Wow, you know what? Maybe I ought to buy that CD. So their business brand starts with the top of the morning. And it carries on, which I said gives you TOMA, top of mind awareness throughout the whole day, as opposed to an evening business. Let me give you another example. Starbucks. That's another what I call a morning business. A lot of people get up, they get their Starbucks, they start their day. Well, by lunchtime, it's like, man, I finished this $81 cup of coffee. Let me get another one for lunch. So it keeps the awareness going throughout the day. And you also get advertisements as you put that coffee cup on your desk. Everyone is seeing it. You're giving free advertising for the company. As opposed to, let's say, a nighttime business. Let's say what I would say a nighttime business is, I don't know, whatever, something that you would focus on doing at night, but you go to sleep on it and you wake up the next morning, you don't think about it again until it's time to go to bed. Another example I want to give you is McDonald's. We just came back from Disney. The two things I noticed, Disney and McDonald's, they're both in the happy business. Think about McDonald's. Their mascot is a clown, which represents happiness. What is their number one selling meal? A Happy Meal. They're in the happy business to make you feel good, because we all know McDonald's doesn't have the best food. They don't necessarily have the best service, but it provides that happiness and that convenience. Okay. McDonald's is also in the real estate business. Secondly, when it comes to having a business that people are constantly thinking about, you guys, I'm always rocking my own brands. I talked about that when we were in Disney. I saw so many different shirts, and let me tell you, Disney is number one when it comes to marketing and brand strategy. There are so many different shirts we saw. It was like Disney Mom, Disney Dad, Disney Kids, just everything with the ears, all kinds of things. So they have mastered that ability. So why would you not use the same formula and technique and strategy in building your brand? I'm not going to wear other people's brand. It's very seldom you will catch me wearing another brand, whether it's another hat, a brand of clothing. I just don't do it. The only thing I really brand is my watches. I got watch collections. I will wear very high-end watches. But other than that, a brand is going to walk around on my body is going to represent my family, our family brands, because those are the brands that pay us. If I wear other name brand designers, they're not paying me. So I'm not going to waste the time to wear their items unless we have a collaboration or an affiliation together as an affiliate program to be able to wear their brand or promote their brand. So you got to ask yourself, what is your last name? What will your last name mean 30 years from now? Well, if that last name is powerful, you need to rock your last name on your jersey. Ask yourself, my family jersey, do I rock my name, or am I rocking somebody else's name? So those are some things to kind of think about. But as I said, as you're building a business or as you're building success or just careers, don't necessarily always feel that you have to be in a position where you have to have this persona or this image of I struggled so much, because I never want my kids to be able to say I had to struggle. You know, they both build successful businesses, but at the same time, we teach them fiscal responsibility and we teach them money management skills so that they can respect their money. They can understand the 3 money rules, which is to first make money. Secondly, be able to hold on to the money, but we don't hold on money just to put it in the shoebox and put it on the top shelf. The 3rd money rule is to be able to grow that money. And we do that by proper investments and allowing that money to be deployed to grow other capital. So those are the 3 things that we want to focus on there. So, you know, a lot of times people will support you or they want to see you become successful until you become successful. Then it changes. As you grow businesses, you will understand that more and more when you see as your successes grow. But don't focus on trying to have this facade of coming from an area of struggle. You know, it's kind of like being busy. A lot of times people feel that being busy is a badge of honor. Oh, I'm busy, I'll get back with you. Let me see what my schedule is. I'm so busy. That's nothing to be proud of. That's just mismanagement of time, which is not a good thing. So those are just a few little points I want to talk about today. Don't feel that you have to create this image of coming from such hard struggle to succeed. Now, hats off. I appreciate the stories of people who do come from situations of a hard time and being able to figure some things out. But don't feel that that is the gateway to success. All right, guys. So I hope that made some impact and that was a value add. I'm Dr. Sean J. Harris. Make impact and make money while you're doing it.